Hi, welcome to the Public Health Internship Orientation video for summer 2022 and fall 2022 undergraduate internships. This is presented in the spring of 2022, so let's get going. So please note that the video was narrated. You'll want to adjust your sound or use the closed caption viewing options on YouTube or on our public health website under undergraduate and internships. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Laura Grunwald, and I use the pronouns she, her, and hers. I am a lecturer and the internship instructor here in the College of Public Health. I will be guiding you through the internship experience, supporting as you do your own search and find a great opportunity. And then when you are enrolled in the class, I will be the instructor that is helping you with your academic assignments and keeping everything moving forward. Creating a communication loop between you, me, and your preceptor, who will be your site supervisor at your internship. I'm excited to work with you. Students every semester talk about what a great experience the internship is. They really say again and again that it's the favorite thing that they've done. So you have a lot to look forward to, and I'm excited to help you get there. A little bit more information about me. I've been an educator for 20 years, and I've been an educator in a lot of different kinds of settings, including college classrooms and in the community. So my training is in writing and cultural criticism, in critical thinking and college teaching. And I did create the HPS 307 upper division writing class here in the College of Public Health. It's called Public Health Narratives. So that speaks a little bit to some of my other work here in the college. And I've also taught first year writing, civic engagement, gender and women's studies, literature and film, and as I said, social emotional skills when I was a community educator at Ben's Bells Project. So I've worked with students in lots of different capacities, from the sort of formal classroom setting to being an internship supervisor and having U of A students who worked with me at Ben's Bells, and I was signing off on their hours and communicating with their internship coordinators here at the U of A. So I've been on both sides of the coin, and I'm happy to help as you enter into this exciting new chapter in your college career. I'd like to read the land acknowledgement statement now. We respectfully acknowledge the University of Arizona is on the land and territories of indigenous peoples. Today, Arizona is home to 22 federally recognized tribes, with Tucson being home to the O'odham and the Yaqui. Committed to diversity and inclusion, the university strives to build sustainable relationships with sovereign Native nations and indigenous communities through education offerings, partnerships, and community service. So this is an overview of what will be discussed in this orientation video. You'll get a sense of what's going to count for your internship, the hours needed, tips for how you can find and secure an internship, and the forms that you'll need to get enrolled. So there is a worksheet that you need to complete. So pause, if you don't have this already downloaded from the Public Health website, pause the video and go to College of Public Health website under undergraduate internships, and you'll find this, and you're going to want that handy as we go through the rest of this video. So at this point, I'm going to invite you to pause the video and complete part of the worksheet where you define what public health is. So please take a moment to do that. Thank you. I hope you really did take a moment to do that and think about public health. My definition of public health is that it's the science and art of preventing disease, promoting health, and protecting and prolonging life through organized efforts of society. And as you know, we focus on the 4 Ps in public health: prevention, promotion, protection, and population. So as you're thinking about the kind of project you may work on with your internship, you can think about all of these 4P keywords, but especially really think about population, because you will not be having a clinical experience where you're just talking about one-to-one patient to provider ratio. You will be looking at populations. So your internship must be public health focused to complete your requirement, and that can be related to any of these areas that you have studied as an undergraduate here at the U of A. So when you're thinking about the kind of internship you want, you can think about these areas of public health, the courses that you've taken, and you definitely want to ask yourself, is there a clear connection between this internship and public health? Because if there's not, then you're going to want to find a different internship. If there is, then we will work together. You'll work with your site supervisor to come up with a work plan, and you'll have a great experience. So I wanted to take some time here to talk about public health versus clinical health, because students every semester will ask about experiences that will be great clinical health experiences but will not qualify for the required public health internship. So public health is looking at populations versus clinical health looking at individuals. Public health is focused on health and wellness versus clinical health responding to sickness. Public health being about promotion, prevention, protection, clinical health being diagnosis and treatment. So you may be asked this question when you're looking for internships, and certainly it's a good thing for all public health people to be able to answer. But it's really important to note that if you are thinking that you can have a clinical experience like shadowing a doctor, a pharmacist, a dentist, a physical therapist, those will not count for this internship. Serving as a pharmacy or physical therapy tech or otherwise delivering care to patients, that will not count for your public health internship. These are great experiences, and if you would like to have one, I encourage you to do so. You just cannot use those for HPS 493 for your public health internship experience. So that's not to say that you cannot be at a clinical site. We've had students working on public health projects at El Rio or at Banner. So there are definitely projects, and there's a lot of public health work happening in clinical sites, but you cannot be in a clinical focused internship. So don't think, oh, I'm just going to be able to, serve as a pharmacy tech, and that will count for my internship. That will not count. And you don't want to find out halfway through that you have to drop your hours, drop the course because it's not going to fulfill that public health internship credit. So be sure, be sure that it's public health focused right from the start. And if you have any questions about what is public health versus what is clinical health, you can run those past me. You can also ask your advisor. The advising team has a great sense of this too, and they'll be a big help for you as you sort this out. So a lot of students are wondering why we have a public health internship requirement. That it does keep us in alignment with our national accrediting body, CEPH, but we also truly value that it gets you hands-on experience, that you'll have that practical application of classroom concepts, that it helps prepare you for whatever's next and helps you clarify your interests, and it also helps you build and expand your professional network. So your course options are going to be HPS 493A. This is the required internship, and every student in public health needs 6 units to graduate. There's an honors option, 493H, and then there's an elective internship, HPS 493B, and that can count for public health elective or general elective credit. The required internship, as I said, 6 units are required to graduate. You should know this very well by now, by the time you get to this point. You need to have completed HPS 350, have public health major status in the professional major, and have completed this internship orientation. You'll also need to complete and sign a work plan and a preceptor agreement and submit those forms for my approval on a D2L internship prep course site. So you will not be able to register yourself for this class. Same requirements for HPS 493H. Everything that I just stated on the last slide, plus enrollment in the Honors College. And during your internship semester, there will be an extra honors assignment. For the elective, this is not required for graduation, but you still have some prerequisites, HPS 178 and HPS 200, and 6 units of other public health coursework. And you'll, as with the other internships, need to have this orientation complete and sign the work plan and preceptor agreement, and submit the forms for my approval. So when you're enrolled in the units, you have 3 different options. You can split the 6-unit requirement between 2 semesters, so 3 units in the summer and 3 units in the fall, 3 units in the fall and 3 units in the spring. This is with one internship agency, so 2 semesters at the same agency. And this is a preference of some agencies. So if that's of interest to you, you can look out for those opportunities on the hub. The second option is that you complete all 6 units in one semester. Many students take this option. You need to have flexibility in your schedule to accommodate the number of hours with your internship, and it's not an insignificant number, so you do want to pay attention to that. Option 3 is to complete 2 internships, each for 3 credits, 2 different semesters, 2 different agencies. So to switch your internship agency. A smaller number of students do this, but this is a great option if you want to really vary the experiences that you get. So a note on enrollment for summer 2022. All students who do their summer internship in 2022 will be enrolled in the 10-week summer session. Excuse me. That's going to run from Monday, June 6th through Wednesday, August 10th. So you cannot count any hours before that or after that date. And during this summer session, you cannot go over 18 units. And in fact, we recommend that you complete only one other course because there's just not enough time especially if you enroll for 6 units, you're going to be earning a minimum of 25 contact hours every week. So you're going to want to allow time for that. Note that tuition and fees are assessed in summer 2022 internships every summer. And so you'll want to visit the UA Office of Scholarship and Financial Aid webpage or contact someone there to get information about summer financial aid. In summer 22 internships, if you enroll for 6 units, you're going to have to earn 25 hours per week for those 10 weeks. If you enroll for 3 units, you'll earn 12.5 hours per week for those 10 weeks. So as I mentioned, you can count your internship contact hours starting on Monday, June 6th, and you have to stop on Wednesday, August 10th. A note on enrollment for fall 2022. So here, students cannot go beyond the university maximum of 19 units. And in fact, we strongly recommend you take 16 units or fewer, and you'll just have a better experience and more chances for growth at that internship. And as always, tuition and fees are assessed. So if you enroll for 6 units in fall, that's 250 contact hours over 15 weeks, about 17 hours a week. If you enroll for 3 units, that's 125 contact hours. For 15 weeks, that's about 8.5 hours per week. And your internship contact hours can count starting Monday, August 22nd, and going through Wednesday, December 7th. So here's some advice from students. Talk to your academic advisor about what semester you should plan to do your internship. Really consider doing your internship over 2 semesters so you can get a deeper view of the agency work. A benefit of doing 2 internships is that I now have a larger professional network. Because many opportunities come up during your internship, limit your other commitments so that you can take advantage of these cool experiences. Yes, I cannot emphasize that enough. You really want to be able to have as much time to focus on your internship as possible. So do limit those other commitments if at all possible. And then when planning your other classes, be sure to build in the time it takes to get to your internship site. So that is something that surprises students sometimes. So you'll need to account for that. Now I'm going to go over the responsibilities for you, for me, and for your site supervisor, which is also known as your preceptor. So your responsibilities are at this point to understand the internship criteria, begin the search for your own unique internship, be professional when you're reaching out, communicate your interests and needs to possible agencies and preceptors, and complete the college and agency paperwork required to be enrolled in your internship units. My responsibilities as the course instructor, I will share opportunities with students about internship sites, including posting things to the hub. I will review your paperwork, the work plan, the preceptor agreement, and the resume from your preceptor that you will submit. I communicate with the advising team that will enroll you for your units, and I serve as an ongoing contact for you and your preceptor, and I grade your internship assignments and assign a final internship grade. The preceptor is the internship site supervisor, so that's the word we use, preceptor, and their responsibilities are working with you on your work plan and preceptor agreement, and they will need to sign those. They will mentor you, answer questions and resolve issues, discuss any issues as necessary with me. This happens very rarely. And they will complete midterm and final evaluations for you and sign off on your student activity logs. So here's some more advice from your College of Public Health peers who've already completed this experience. Make a copy of the agency and preceptor responsibilities from the internship manual and give to preceptor when you are asking about opportunities or interviewing for a position. Excellent idea. So then the agency will have a really good sense of what's going to be expected of them if you intern with that agency. So here are some tips on finding an internship. Since public health is everywhere, you can be anywhere. We have students who do internships in other states. We have online students who do internships in their local communities. We have online students who do internships here in Tucson, even though they are out of state. And we have had students do internships overseas as well. So get creative, be bold, think big, and really look for something that will be a great fit for you. So the biggest tip is to start looking right away. Because the longer you wait, the more you're going to create a potentially uncomfortable situation. So it is your responsibility to find the internship on your own, so start looking now. Tell everyone you know in your network and take advantage of the resources available to you through MEZCOPH and through the U of A. Talk to your academic advisor, follow up with any guest speakers in your classes, read the college and campus announcement emails, and use the Hub and Handshake because they've got some great opportunities. So on the Hub, once you log in, you will find a lot of opportunities for undergraduate internships. And these are broken out by semester. So you'll just click on one of the links and it will open up and give you information about that internship opportunity. Often I've also noted when I posted to the Hub the opportunity and if it's fully remote or not. When you're doing your searching, you want to be looking at keywords, and you can go to the Hub because you'll find keywords there that you can use in your own search. So maybe you want to be in Phoenix this summer, but you can go to the Hub, you can look up some of the keywords like epidemiology assistant, and you could then go to the Phoenix area in your search. So in your Google search, you could type in epidemiology assistant, public health, Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe, Glendale, wherever you might want to be, Los Angeles, someplace out of state. So you can Google those opportunities by using the keywords you find on the Hub. This is also a good strategy if you're looking in Tucson. However, most Hub opportunities are in Tucson, so there is an advantage if you're going to be looking for an opportunity here in the Tucson community. But the Hub's a place to give you ideas for different kinds of agencies, different kinds of positions, and different keywords, so take advantage of that. Now, Handshake is the U of A sponsored site, and this is also a great career services platform that is, as it says here, intuitive and easy to use. They offer career and internship opportunities throughout Arizona and throughout the world. They have both paid and unpaid opportunities. All you do is create an account and complete a profile, and the more details you include, the better, because the more opportunities will become available. And of note is that Handshake is available after you graduate as well. So that's a nice resource that will continue for you. I want to encourage you to not limit yourself. Think about what you want from this internship and allow yourself the time to find it, and you'll find something really great. So the kinds of support that are available to you, both while you're searching and then while you're in the internship, lots of learning support from our university resources. So first is our College of Public Health advising team. They're amazing. I love them. They'll be a great resource for you to talk things through or get extra information about the right semester or other registration tips, balancing with your other coursework, etc. The Disability Resource Center can be a source for you during your search, but also during your internship semester. So they can communicate with the agency or the internship site where you're located. The Dean of Students office is always available to you, and that includes information about COVID, but other information as well. If you need support, don't hesitate to go to the Dean of Students. We also have Student Success and Retention Innovation, and we have the Think Tank. And the Think Tank has support for not just for writing and math and other academic coursework, but for time management and for professionalism. So take advantage of all these resources, which will help you. More advice from students. Don't be afraid to reach out to possible preceptors, even when they are not listed on the Hub. I was able to acquire my internship by simply reaching out to my preceptor and saying, "Do you have an internship position open?" I found a really unique opportunity that I was able to get because I asked that simple question. Great advice. And now this is my opportunity to tell you to be brave, building on that advice. It's 100% okay to make cold calls or send cold emails as a first point of contact. Then follow up if you haven't heard back after about a week. So do give people a minimum of 2 days to get back to you, but usually for an initial cold contact, give them a little bit more time than that. And take advantage of any opportunities that you see. Speakers that have come to town, as I mentioned earlier, or have come to one of your classes, just let people know, hey, I'm looking and I want to find an exciting internship opportunity. You'll also want to practice your elevator speech, which tells people who you are, pulls a focus on what you can do for the agency, is brief, and is an opportunity for you to speak confidently. Don't hesitate to practice this in your home, in a mirror, have someone videotape you, something that will help you build confidence and not build any kind of self-consciousness, because that's very easy to do as well. But really you just want to be able to say to an agency, hey, I'm excited about this opportunity and here's what I think I can add to your team. Remember, the only internship you don't have a shot at is the one you don't seek out. So go for it. Really put your network out there and find out what opportunities are available. And remember that reaching out does not commit you to accept the internship. So you might really like an agency, but the internship's not the right opportunity. That's totally fine. When you do your outreach, though, you do want to be prepared. So you want to orient the agency and preceptor to you. So you may want to take a copy of your resume or certainly send that via email. You want to orient them to public health and share your definition of public health. And you want to orient them to the internship experience. So you are welcome to take a copy of the internship manual, which is available on the website, on the internship prep course site. And then you also want to be professional in all inquiries and interactions. Remember, you're representing MEZCOPH and the U of A, so you want to keep that professionalism high. So here's more advice from students. Start your search as soon as you finish this orientation. This is so important. Yes, totally agree. Talk to your classmates, friends, parents, mentors, advisors, everyone. Actually practice your elevator speech ahead of time. Create a spreadsheet of agencies that you reach out to and or apply to. More advice. Before doing an interview, review the agency website and think about your answers to common interview questions. Yes, make sure you know a little bit of information about the agency, and you can get that from the website. This is a bare minimum thing that you want to do before you speak with someone. Inquire to see if you can shadow current interns or volunteer for a day before committing. Send a thank you note or email after the interview or visit. More advice. The more time you put yourself out there, the more likely you are to get your dream internship. Use Dr. Gronwald and your academic advisors as resources as you start your search. Absolutely. Now, here's how you get enrolled. So as a reminder, you cannot register yourself for HBS 493. That's why this is in red, very important. So please do not email me asking me why you can't register yourself. You have to submit those required forms in order to get registered by your advisor. So pre-approval, ding, ding, ding. There are templates provided on the Public Health Internship Prep Course D2L site for a work plan and a preceptor agreement. Those, along with your preceptor's resume, are what you will submit to me on that prep course site, and then once they're approved, I will forward that approval to your advisor and they will get you enrolled in the class. The work plan will be completed by you, but you will work with your preceptor to do this. And it incorporates a university-mandated assumption of risk and release, and it requires your signature and your preceptor's signature. So together you will work on a purpose statement, learning objectives, and proposed activities. These should be specific and public health focused, but be ambitious and have fun with it. Create something that you'll be excited about. This is a little snapshot of what the work plan looks like. You will not be having things on your work plan that are about just filing or coffee runs. The internship is not a burden, and it's not just a graduation requirement, but it's a great opportunity to make a meaningful contribution. So take advantage of that on the work plan and make sure that it is fleshed out and has some really meaningful experiences for you. The preceptor agreement is a form that confirms the preceptor understands their commitments to mentoring and to turning in their required deliverables, and this does require the preceptor's signature. And this is a screenshot of what the preceptor agreement will look like. And again, you can find this on the D2L prep course site. And please remember that you need to provide a CV or resume or bio sketch for your preceptor. And this is especially true if it's a brand new preceptor for a brand new agency opportunity. So here are your due dates for your required forms for summer. The internship paperwork deadline is Monday, June 6th. If you're hoping for summer financial aid, be sure to pay attention to important information about summer deadlines posted to the U of A Office of Scholarship and Financial Aid page. So that's your responsibility to make sure you're watching that. And by Monday, June 6th, you need to turn in all your required forms, completed and signed, on the Assignments tab of our D2L site, Public Health Internship Prep Course page. For fall, the deadline is Monday, August 22nd, and you turn in all required forms, again, on that D2L Public Health Internship Prep Course page under the Assignments tab. So we do have that dedicated D2L site, which I mentioned. You'll find those templates for those forms under Important Course Information and Documents on the Content page. And you can see that there'll be a draft of the internship syllabus, these orientation slides will be there, and the work plan, etc. will all be available there. Once you have completed your forms, then you come back to the D2L website for the Public Health Internship Prep course. You go to Assignments and you go to Upload Paperwork either in the Summer 22 enrollment folder or the Fall 2022 enrollment folder, depending on when you will be registering for your internship. Some agencies require additional paperwork, so make sure you allow time for this. You may need an affiliation agreement, background checks, a TB test, or other medical proof of health status. So you want to start your search early to allow you time to get all those required forms and steps completed so that you can start your internship right on time when the summer or the fall session starts. Okay, more advice from students. Do not accept an internship if you're not sure about it being a good fit for you. Absolutely. Talk to Dr. Gronwald if you aren't sure how to ask for more time to make a decision or decline an internship. I'm happy to help with something like that. Know that your preceptor may take time to complete the forms, so start working on them ASAP. Absolutely. Again, you want to allow a minimum of 2 full business days, 48 hours, for your preceptor to complete the forms, maybe longer. Now I want to just make this acknowledgement that you're learning. That means you don't know everything, so if you've got questions, you can come to me or the advising team. You're human, which means mistakes happen, and I'm here to help with that too. But please get this process started, because if you have found yourself procrastinating until one day before the semester starts, then it's not going to be enough time to get you registered. So yes, we are all human, and yes, mistakes happen, but please make sure you are doing everything you can to facilitate your learning process with getting registered for this internship. And remember, I am here to help you strategize. So we will figure something out if we have the time to do so. And if the internship doesn't happen on one day's notice, then you will work with your advisor, and the advisor and myself will help strategize for when that internship will happen in the future. There are graded academic assignments that go along with the internship. So once you're enrolled, there will be some graded academic assignments. This is because federal regulations require an academic component in addition to the work experience. And this really protects you and provides several checkpoints along the way to make sure that you're earning your hours and that everything is going well with your internship. So in addition to your contact hours, you'll spend about 20 hours on your internship assignments, which include reports, a LinkedIn profile, an e-portfolio, and work of that nature. So now some common questions. Why do you not just assign me an internship? Well, that's because as students, you're all unique. And I don't want to choose an internship that might not be a good fit for you. So if you don't want to work in food security and insecurity, then it wouldn't make sense for me to just assign you to the community food bank. So you get to drive where you will be an intern, you get to take ownership over that process. Yes, can you get paid? Absolutely. I mean, it's my hope that someday all interns will get paid. But right now, that's not the case, but seek out those opportunities whenever you find them. You can absolutely get paid. Can I do my internship at my regular job? Potentially. This one's a little tricky because the university has specific rules about doing an internship at your regular job. If that's of interest to you, just reach out to me. So if it is public health focused and if we can identify different responsibilities and a different supervisor, then it's possible, but we need to talk about it. Does my internship need to be in Tucson? Absolutely not. It could be wherever you would like to be. Can I do multiple internships? Absolutely. Yes, I mentioned that in the earlier options. You can do 2 internships at 2 different sites over 2 different semesters. You can even do a 3rd internship as an elective, just depending on how your coursework all is developing. Do internships lead to jobs? Yes. Every semester, at least a couple students get a job that has come from their internship experience. Sometimes it is at the internship agency. Sometimes it's with another community partner that they've met. So yes, this happens and it's really exciting. And will my internship be valuable and fun? Yes, it will be an amazing experience. Like I said, every semester students say this is the favorite thing that they've done in their time as an undergraduate in public health. So now a few required notices. The internship instructor, college, and university are not responsible for any financial obligations, including but not limited to travel, transportation, housing arrangements, medical care for injuries related to the internship experience. So your next step is to email this completed orientation worksheet to me to get access to the dedicated public health internship prep course D2L site, and then you'll start your internship search. If you've got questions, send me an email at laurag1@email.arizona.edu, and feel free to also lean on the public health advising team. Mariah, Elsa, Anais, Abby, and Melanie, they are fabulous. I love that advising team. Good luck, and I look forward to working with you.